Hi girls and guys, it's Mr. Tracky and we're on the right track. In today's video we're going to talk about the best additions in Season 3 in Fortnite Battle Royale, but before we do that, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get my videos as soon as they're published, and if you wanna, drop a like on the video. So Season 4 is fast approaching. In fact, it comes out tomorrow in a matter of hours, around about 10 hours from the release of this video. And you can believe that most people are really hyped. You get meteors flying into the map currently, and there are so many little teasers that we have had and so many cryptic clues about Tilted Towers, whether it's going to be destroyed. A rumour saying that the Dusty Depot is going to be destroyed now. We shall find out tomorrow, but the hype has really been generated to a different kind of level that I've seen from any other game that I've played previously. But let's talk a little about Season 3 and the special things that were added to the game, because in my personal opinion it was the first season I played from start to finish with the Battle Pass, and I did see some immense implementations into the game from Epic Games. Now the list isn't going to be in any specific order, but it is a selection of 5 things that I thought were groundbreaking coming to this game, and what I want you guys to do is get involved by giving me your favourite 5 things from Season 3 in Fortnite Battle Royale, and just leave them down in the comment section just to see what people felt were the best things added to the game. So my first favourite addition, and this just beats everything down to the ground in my personal opinion, was the addition of Builder Pro. It has totally changed this game for me, and I'm sure anybody watching this video that plays on console also will say that it totally changed and elevated your game to a different stratosphere. I have become such a different player because of Builder Pro, and it's given me the ability to play against players that previously I couldn't compete with because I just couldn't get on with Combat Pro. Remembering the sequences was just not for me, whereas remembering what buttons to press is something I'm very familiar with on the PlayStation 4. So it's just been, in my personal opinion, a stroke of genius from Epic Games, and it brings us a lot closer to the PC player. It didn't come without its bugs, which is something that we've learned to anticipate now. When an update comes out, something tends to go wrong. However, Epic Games were very quick to resolve whatever issues were going with Builder Pro, and now it's just an absolute joy to use, and it's definitely taken me to a next level as a player, which is very rewarding as a player, and it does keep people like myself coming back to this game because they've been given a tool that helps them get better at the game, which is absolutely magnificent. The next one is quite logical for me to mention after Builder Pro, and that was the addition of turbo building. Turbo building in this game has just made things seamless when you are building. You don't want to have to worry about switching to materials. Sometimes you're building, and it's happened to me previously where I'm trying to build across the, as I call it, Death Valley, which is between Salty and Tilted, the bit specifically between Shifty Shafts and Salty. You try and build across to get across a lot quicker instead of giving somebody the obvious higher ground, and then you fall to your death because you didn't realise that you were running out of wood and you've got 500 brick left. So turbo building was another stroke of genius from Epic Games, and another addition in Season 3 which I think was monumental to the game. Next up on my list is actually an item added to the game, and it's a very quirky item, but for me it's probably the best thing I've ever seen added to Fortnite in terms of items, and it is the llama. The llama is a stroke of genius from Epic Games, and whoever thought of it, give them a raise, because it's a personal favourite of mine and many of my teammates. They absolutely love llamas, and the llamas, they affect the ecosystem in a great way because they don't just have to be collected by one person. If you kill the person that has the attributes of a llama, you will get the majority of them because the items are consumables. They're just chug jugs, bullets. You get the works with the llama, and you can be in a tight situation in a part of the map where there isn't much trees, there isn't much things. I'll give you a prime example. Running around by Dusty Depot, just forget about it, and I personally hope that that gets hit tomorrow in season 4 because it's an absolute waste of space if you ask me. I've heard the rumours, but I'm not absolutely sure. But back on topic, the llama is just something that is of such significance when you find it. You can understand why there's only 3 on the map, but if you are lucky enough to find one, you should be set up so good in the game, and you are so unlucky if you lose a gunfight with all that material. But the llama is definitely one of my favourite parts of season 3. Now this next edition in season 3 was something I initially missed. I was testing the PS4 Pro beta for the new update for the system, and it had something called super sampling, which I thought made the graphics on Fortnite just look unreal, and the game looked super silky for some reason. And I was thinking to myself, how have PlayStation managed to do this? Because I'm sure this game's 30 frames per second. And then I found out in the actual update that Epic Games had allowed 60 frames per second for majority of the powerful consoles, and obviously this game just looks absolutely stunning on a PC. But we are console players, most of us that watch this channel are console players, so it was a great addition. And I was somebody that criticised this game initially for looking too cartoony, and I wouldn't play it because I was calling it a kids game, and you guys should know by now I cannot come off Fortnite. And with this heavy, bright, bold colour palette that we have and a 60 frames per second combination, the game looks absolutely glorious on my PlayStation 4 Pro. And last upon the list is the reward you would get if you completed the battle pass and got to level 100, John Wick. There have been so many memes I've saw about this particular character, so many people tweeting about getting owned by him. Even myself, I done the top 10 or top 5 I believe sweatiest skins in Fortnite Battle Royale, and John Wick just had to be on there because a lot of people have said the same as me. Normally you'd see a John Wick especially in the first third of the season, and you pretty much knew it was game over or you was going to have a real battle on your hands. And for me, it was just such a cool thing to grind the game out for, to actually get that skin. Yes, you could buy it with your own hard-earned money if you wanted to, but most people I know have took great pleasure in grinding out all the challenge that Epic keeps bringing to the game week after week after week, and then finally managing to finish off the final tiers to get John Wick, which is how a hitman should look. You know, a dapper suit, just when you see him coming, it's almost like one of the agents from Matrix. Just forget about it. But what are your suggestions for the best implementations and things that were brought to Fortnite Battle Royale in Season 3? Let me know down in the comment section. Season 4 is just around the corner, guys. Tell me if you're excited about this also in the comment section. I know I am. It does look like some superhero kind of theme. Hearing all sorts of talk about aliens, blah blah blah. Will Tilted Towers be destroyed? Will it be Dusty Depot? We shall find out in a few hours. Guys, there are many buttons you can hit, but the like and subscribe button, I hope they tickle your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.